Hello everyone, it's a lovely rainy morning, which is I never thought I would be saying this, but actually compared to the snow last week, I'm well happy it's raining today. Warmer, so more money as well for everyone, and we can get on about our business. So I hope you're all okay, and what I want to do today, I wanted to have a very quick video, just talking about your plans for the future, your goals. As a personal trainer, talking about goals with my clients is something that I do all the time. You know, is the first thing you want to know is what they want to achieve, so you can see what you can do for them. But the reality is most people don't think about their goals seriously. They got very generic idea. You know, I want to retire and move here. I want to lose weight, and very generic, and they don't really put in the time and effort to think what they truly want. Because as you know, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not going to happen. So you've got to be your why, your reason why you do something. Your goal is, it has to be strong enough to carry you through when things get tough. And things will get tough, because that's the way life is. You know, if everything was nice and easy and smooth sailing, then you know, we all be doing that, everything. Hey, hi Vicky. Hope you're okay. I saw the message you got from the hospital. I hope you managed to get through and get people to see you there, hopefully. So yes, talking about goals. So what you want to think about is, where do you want to be, let's say 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. So where do you see your life be in X amount of years? Regardless of what age you are, if you haven't got a goal, if you don't attach your goal to your life, you really might wake up one day 10 years down the line and find out, look back and think, oh my God, I haven't achieved anything, I haven't done what I wanted to do. And the reason that happens is because you simply didn't put enough thought in your morning, Vicky. You didn't put enough thought in your plans, what you want to do. How do you plan ahead? Well, basically you got to think, first of all, whichever stage of your life you need to think, okay, what it is that I want my life to look like in X amount of years. Now that could be something relating to you specifically. Like, for example, I know that in 5 years time, I want to retire. I want to retire in Italy, go back to live with my family, and I want to retire in comfort. So I want to be able to get up when I get up. I want to be able to decide, I want to get some sunshine, I'm going to go to the Seychelles for 2 weeks without thinking, can I afford to do that? It could be, your goals could be different. You could have children and you want to be able to provide for them. You might be wanting to take them to make sure they can go to university without hitting what I believe now is £12,000 a year university fees, and starting the work life with a massive debt, just because they were, you know, brave enough to go and learn and get a degree, you know. So that could be your goal for the future. Your goal could be something totally different. It could be like, you know, you want to gain your health back. You know, as a personal trainer, I see all the time, people want to lose weight, gain their health, you know, and they got all these ideas of what they want to do. Now, how do you know if you're going to achieve your goal? Well, first of all, you need to have a clear mind, a clear idea in your mind what your goal is. So you got to start thinking, what will your life look like, you know, if you achieve your goal? What will it feel like? Who will be there with you? What would you see? What would you smell? You got to make it real. Your brain does not make that connection until you actually see it. It's a vision. You got to create a strong vision in your mind. Once you create that, then you're going to go for it. Hi, Shai. And you are actually, nothing will stop you, because the picture in your mind is so vivid, is so strong, that you'll do anything to get it there. Then next thing, you got to start thinking, am I using the right vehicle to get there? Now, so for example, let's just say your vision for the future, your main goal is to make sure your kids get the education. You want them to go to university. Now, you might be doing like what, you know, 90% of, you know, UK, you know, British citizens do, which they have a job. Now, is that job going to allow you to save enough to take your kids through to university? Well, you know, with £12,000 a year, depending how many kids you got, but the average university degree lasting 3-4 years. I don't know, many people manage to save 50 plus £1,000, you know, for when the kids are, you know, child, really, because there will be just one child, if you like, are able to go to university. So if a vehicle that you're using, so that your job is not right, then you need to look at other options. It could be, for example, your goal is weight loss, so to achieve a certain look. Yeah. Now, how are you going to get to that goal? Well, you need to start eating healthily. You need to start moving regularly. You need to educate yourself on your health and what is important for you. And you're not going to achieve any of that unless you've got a plan in place. So if you don't record your food, if you don't train regularly, you know, you don't record how much exercise you're doing, and check everything that you're eating and everything, you are not going to go and achieve your goal, you know, for weight loss or for looking a certain way, you know. And same for me. I mean, again, my example was my goal is to retire in 5 years' time, and I know that for me is I put in place my opportunity to be able to get me there, you know. But if I was just doing what I'm doing now, which is personal training, in and out of session every day with the clients, and I've only got so many hours a day I can work, there's only one on me, so that will limit my income. There is no way, no chance in hell, that in 5 years down the line I will actually be able to retire in Italy and live a comfortable life. Not comfortable, I want to live a bloody good life, you know. I want to be able to travel and do whatever I haven't had a chance to do while I was younger, because I was busy working. Yeah. The other thing that you got to think about, so not just what your plan is, create the vision in your head, not just have you got the right vehicle to get you there. So you're doing the right job. If a job is not earning you enough money, then you need to find another vehicle. So you want to look at investment, property investments, stuff like that. Great, look into that. However, investment again, whether it's in property markets or whether it's investment, you know, in the financial sector, then who's in charge of that? You're not, because it depends on the investment. Could be good for you if the property market goes up. If the property market crashes, then you just lost all your money. Same goes for, you know, stock and shares investment. So, you know, if what you're doing now is not going to get you where you need to be, whatever your goal is, whether it's to put your kids through school or retire early or whatever it might be, then you need to find another way. And the only way you're going to know for sure that you're going to get to your goal in 5, 10, 15 years down the line is if you're in total control of it. Yeah, so you need to be the one that you decide what income you're going to need, and you need to be the one who generates that income. If you work for someone else, then you're only ever going to be worth what they decide you're worth, which is your salary. You live from paycheck to paycheck. You will never, ever have enough money left to be able to save to achieve your goal, you know, whatever the goal is. So that's one thing you need to think about it. The other thing that is very important, you need to think about who surrounds you. Now, our family, you know, we all love our families, you know, but the reality is, most of the people that surround us are the ones that hold us back. And why do they hold us back? Ciao Beatrice. Hi Catherine. They hold us back not because they're jealous. They hold us back because of fear. Because of fear of the unknown. So, you know, if you got a big vision of where you want to be, if it's something that is not outside of the norm, like, you know, run your own business, do the different things you're supposed to have in a standard job, for example, then your loved one try to put you off that because it's not safe, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. There's too many question marks. But just think about that for a second. I mean, if everyone thought that way, if everybody listened to what people tell them around them, we would never get anywhere. Imagine, you know, we wouldn't have an internet today. We wouldn't have cars. We wouldn't have lights. We wouldn't have electricity. We wouldn't have gas. We wouldn't, none of this, because all of the people who have provided the biggest innovation in our society are the people who refuse to listen to everybody telling them, oh no, you can't do that. That's not possible. They just went on and kept going. You know, so that's what I'm saying. You need to surround yourself with the right people. I mean, you can't get rid of your family. If your family tell you, oh, don't do that because that, you know, you're never going to amount to anything. Just, okay, fine. That's your opinion. Great. You know, don't want to join me. at least support me, just be there for me, and just, be there, love me for who I am. But then you want to surround yourself with people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. So that's the other side of the coin. So if you want, for example, in my case, I want to retire in Italy 5 years down the line, be happy, and actually have very good lifestyle, very good comfort. So how do I get that? First of all, I find the right vehicle, which I already have found the right vehicle with my World Global Opportunity. Secondly, I need to link up with people who have already achieved what I want to achieve. So achieve the levels of income and lifestyle that I want to achieve. And surround myself with these people, follow them on Facebook, on videos, learn what they're doing, and then literally just copy what they're doing. They got what they want to get. Why do you want to reinvent the wheel? Surround yourself with the people who have achieved the levels that you want to achieve, they achieve the vision that you want to achieve, and then do what they're doing. Look at how they think, look at what they're doing. The reality is gotta be about daily activity, daily habits. If you want something really, really bad, and you created the vision in your mind, and you know what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like, who's going to be there with you, how your day is going to look like, in 5, 10 years down the line when you achieve your goal. As I say, it could be you putting your kids through university. Imagine what it will feel like for them, that they go to university, they haven't got debt, They finish 4 years of studies, and they can actually start working and do their own practice, their own job if they want to, or work for corporate England, as I call it. But they haven't got a 50 grand step hanging on the neck already when they start doing that, because you put the system in place that allow them to go and have an education without them having a massive debt on their neck, because you planned ahead, because you did whatever it took to get them there, because that's what you wanted to do for them. So it can be, as I say, for somebody else, it can be more of a selfish thing than myself. I mean, I've been working for 30 years. I do not intend to work for another 30 years. Thank you very much. I do not intend to retire when 65 or 70, because corporate England tells me that's what you do. Well, thank you very much. I'm not going to pay the taxes here until you're 70, 75. I'll stop working in 5 years' time, move to Italy, where I come from, because the weather is better, the lifestyle is better, my family are there, and that's where I feel like home. And then I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing whatever I want to do. If I want to work, I can work. If I want to do something, which would be, doing like my own business, or, most likely I'm just going to be travel all over the place, do all the things I never had a chance to do, and also pay back. I would really love to be able to create a legacy where I give people access to free groups to educate people on how to eat healthily, how to exercise properly, give them all the right information without actually charging them a penny. So actually reach the people who can't afford to do personal training, but give them everything that the personal trainer will do without charging a penny, so that we stop this nonsense of obesity and diabetes, which is all linked to the wrong advice from the government, miscommunication, misinformation all over the place, and, get everybody to be healthy and then be more productive as a result. So your goal is something that is personal to you. Yeah. So the first thing, as I mentioned, you need to think about what do you want to achieve. Make it real. Don't think generic. Make it real. See in your mind what it is that you want, where you want to be 5, 10 years down the line. Then think, is what I'm doing now taking me closer to the goal, or is it actually stopping me getting there? Yeah. And if it's stopping you getting there, then you need to move forward. So you need to find a way to get there. So if it's a job that's not paying you enough because your employer decides that you're only worth £30,000 a year, and for you to be able to achieve your goal in 5, 10, 15 years down the line, you need to be earning £70,000, £80,000 a year, then move. Change. There are other options out there. You don't have to work for somebody to make somebody else's dream real. Through working for a company. You can able to achieve whatever you want. You just need guidance sometimes, and you just need to believe in yourself. That's another biggest problem. Belief. People don't believe they're worth it. People don't believe it can be done. People don't believe they have the skills. People don't believe they have the knowledge. Well, if you don't believe in yourself, you will not achieve anything. Yeah. I have learned a lot through my own personal experience. I worked in corporate England and I've gone through the mill there, and I never go back there. But also from my personal health, lots of you know I've got issues with underactive thyroid, Hashimoto in particular. And, the doctor kept on telling me, oh, this can be done, this is not important, this is that. And I said, bull, I feel like crap. So there is no way what you're telling me is correct, because if I was perfect, like you say my blood tests are, then I would be feeling perfect. I'm not feeling perfect, I'm feeling like crap. So what I had to do? I had to educate myself, research, find out why am I feeling like that? Why, despite blood test, I'm still feeling not right? And lo and behold, I found out I had Hashimoto. I had to find out the diagnosis for that Hashimoto. Nobody ever told me about that. I had to find out and get all the blood tests to find out I had Hashimoto. And I found Hashimoto destroyed most of my left thyroid glands, which is, even endocrinologists didn't believe that. And endocrinologist who doesn't understand Hashimoto is not worth their money. I'm sorry. Whether in NHS they're free, they're not worth pay and get somebody who knows what they're talking about. That's what the bottom line is. So I didn't believe I was anybody special. I fitted in corporate England when I was, in my financial services day. I had a job, I was doing everything, like everybody told me. And it's not until something didn't make sense to me anymore that I started challenging things. And ever since I've been challenging everything, if somebody tells me that can be done or that is wrong and I feel they're wrong, I'm not going to take the word for that. I'm going to research it. I'm going to get my answers. Yeah. And I'm going to find my own path. So you have to believe in yourself. You want to achieve your dreams. You want to achieve your vision, whether it's for yourself or for your family. You have to believe you can do it, because without the belief, you will not move forward. You'll be stuck in a rut, and you'll be stuck, and you listen to people around you tell you, no, you can't do it. And then in 10 years down the line, you will look back on what you've done so far and you're going to think you haven't moved an inch. And you're going to feel depressed, and you're going to keep living paycheck to paycheck, not achieving what you want to achieve. And that is a shame. It's not a way to live. You only got one life. Yeah, life is for living. It's not for working. That's at least the way I say it. So work just to build your dream, just to build what you want to achieve, and then just enjoy life. That's what you should be doing. Yeah. And one of the things I wanted to cover is, which happens a lot when I deal with my personal training clients as well. They know that everything they've done in the past has not got them the result they wanted, whichever the goal it might be. But they still keep on doing that. Why? Because they're comfortable. Because it's comfortable. Going outside your comfort zone is difficult. It's painful. It takes time. It takes strength, mental strength. Not just physical strength. And so we elude ourselves. We decide that, we stay where we are because things will change anyway. One day we might win the lottery. Really? I mean, what are the chances? Come on. One day, the weight will drop off, like just as a miracle. The reality is, if you keep on doing what you're doing now, you will get the same result you got now. So if you're not happy where you are now, you need to change what you're doing. Otherwise, you just fit the definition of insanity. Yeah. So keep doing the same thing, expect different results. That's not how life works. Yeah. So you have to make the decision. You want to build your vision in your head. Find out, am I doing the right things to get there? Am I using the right vehicle? Whether that's a job or whether that is investment or pension or whatever. Is that the right vehicle for me? The reality is, in my personal opinion, is if it's something you can't control, like pensions, investments, and property, is not the right vehicle, because you're always going to be in the hands of fate, of economy, the economy, or even a job, for example. In a job, I mean, who decides how much you're worth? The employer. I mean, even if you got a good salary, 50, 60,000 pounds, is that all you're worth? Really? All the work you do? Is that all you ever worth? I'm sorry, but I think worth a lot more than that. So I make my own worth by running my own business, by having my own opportunities, creating my own opportunities. Hi, Elizabeth. Morning. So you gotta, that's what you gotta think about. Is how it would be really, really sad if you spend your life just going through the motions. go to job, get up every morning, go to do work, come back in the evening, exhausted, a little bit of time for yourself, maybe at the weekends, you know, living paycheck to paycheck. At the end of the month, you may have a little bit of saving, but really not much to do anything. You can't put your kids through university. You can't help your kids getting on the property ladder. And then you turn up, you're 65, 70, you retire, and you're left with a £4,000 UK pension from the state, which actually is literally slams you back in poverty. So if that's the life you want, well, then, you know, that's your choice. I mean, it's your life. I don't want that. You know, I don't want to work for 60 years and then end up in poverty because I put all my faith in a pension plan, whether it's a private pension plan or whether it's the government's, you know, state pension. I'd rather work my backside off for 5 years. So in 5 years I can retire, do what I want to do, live the life I want to live, and still be in charge of what I earn, you know, at a stage. And then I can decide if I still want to do personal training, because at the end of the day, I can't see myself staying at home doing nothing all day. That's not the kind of person I am. But at least I can do that and impact other lives. I can do that by creating a legacy, helping people who can't afford to have personal training, understand what they need to do to get themselves out of obesity and diabetes and all that kind of stuff. And to finish this, what I want to do, I want to give you a quote I saw the other day, which I saw is really telling. And the quote is this: if 99% of people tell you that what you're doing is wrong, you're either gravely wrong or you are about to make history. So think about it. Two options: you're either really, really wrong or you're about to make history. If you're really, really wrong, what happens? Well, you fail and you learn to do it. It's a better opportunity next time to get it right. That's it. You know, you dust yourself off, you stand up again. Not big deal. Nobody died. Yeah. But if you're not wrong and you're going against 99% of people who told you were wrong, you know, people normally surround you. They're afraid of the unknown, you know, and they rather stick with what they know and stick with the life they've got. Then you could be making history. And this is exactly what happened to all the major innovation we make up our society today. The car, the telephone, the planes, none of that would have ever happened if the people who came out with those inventions had listened to the 99% of people around them that told them they were wrong. They took a gamble, they went for it, they gave everything they got, and guess what? They were right and they made history. So that's my last thought for today. Hope you find this helpful, guys. As usual, you know, if you like what you hear today, please share the video. If you decide that what you're doing now, your vehicle that you're using is not going to meet your targets in 5-10 years down the line, and you want to see a better way of doing it, then please get in touch with me and I'll be more than happy to show you what I'm doing that is going to get me to the lifestyle that I want in 5 years time in Italy. Have a great day, everybody. Oh, look, it's getting sunny now. It was raining a minute ago. So have a great day. Vicky, I hope everything's been resolved with you. I've seen your Facebook post. Hopefully you're okay. Thank you for joining me. Shai, Catherine, Beatrice, grazie. She's Italian, bless her. She probably doesn't say half of the thing I said. Have a great day. Be productive. Think about what you want and go and get it. You've got this. Bye, everyone.